Welcome to this year's Dreaminisfree Music Awards. So, obviously I don't have the funds to give awards, but I still think it's really good as a music blogger to kind of share my highlights of the year, who I've loved and who's kind of floated my boat. I'm lucky enough to have seen in excess of 200 bands this year. Some of them I've seen on several occasions, therefore it's over 220 odd performances. I know I've been really blessed to see that many artists, and certainly it's been my best year in terms of live music. It's funny as well because people say to me that, when I hear people saying that they don't believe that there's any great bands around, like who are coming through, who are new, I'm always the first to argue against that. It's like, I think that the British music scene especially, is there are so many fantastic, great bands emerging and coming through. I'm actually really excited about the future of the British music scene, but also of Dreaminisfree. I've really enjoyed reviewing gigs, interviewing bands, discussing, the band's influences and like what got them playing music and stuff. It's been phenomenal. I've got to interview some of my favourite people who create music. Sophie and the Giants, one of my highlights of the year, interviewing them. But yeah, it's just, I think it's crazy. Like, I only started this in May, and the fact that I've interviewed and reviewed so many great gigs, I think 75 articles I've written since May. I'm totally blessed, and I want to use this as an opportunity to thank every single person who's read my articles, who's retweeted them, commented, liked them, and to the artists themselves, not only for giving me the wonderful gift of their talents, but also to be able to interview those people and share in the creative process and just talk to them about their passion for music. I think I'm really blessed, so thank you all. So first off, I want to mention my top live acts of the year. Now, some of these bands I've actually seen several times, some of them I've actually seen only once, but these are the acts who, when I've seen them, have like touched my heart, my soul, and I think that they deserve a mention. So my first top live act of the year, no great surprise, Sophie and the Giants. Hi guys, when I first saw them in March at Jimmy's, totally blown away by Sophie's voice. And I'll tell you a funny story. So when I first went down to the Jimmy's, I got chatting to Chris. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't realise he was in the band. We were chatting away and I was talking to him about all the acts I'd seen so far in 2019 and how I was really excited to see Sophie and the Giants. And he goes, anyway, I better go. And it's why? And he goes, because I'm in the band. I was like, you're in Sophie and the Giants, aren't you? And he went, yeah. So like ever since I've seen the guys since, I've actually said the in joke is like, yeah, Chris, actually I know who you are now. And at the highlight of my year was obviously interviewing the guys. I got to interview them, it was September time, and I did a 2-part interview with them just before they released the single Runaway. And actually to get to chat to Antonia, Toby, Chris and Sophie just about music and their passions and stuff, and then hang out with them afterwards was honestly, it was like one of the highlights of my year. Truly love those guys. I love the music that they produce. And with each performance, they get better and better. I saw them at Neighbourhood for the third time this year. Haven't seen them at Why Not as well. And honestly, absolutely blown away. They get better and better with every release. And yeah, as well as being amongst my top artists, they're also one of the most nicest bunch of people you would ever wish to meet, whatever that is. But yeah, absolutely love Sophie and the Giants. So they're one of my top live acts for 2019. The next one is Seagulls. It's funny, when I first started saying Seagulls, everyone said thought I was saying Seagulls. I think it's my Geordie accent. But again, seen these guys 4 times this year. They're one of the few bands that I have seen 4 times. Absolutely adore them. Every single music release that they have just gets better and better. Damage Done is a phenomenal track. They were my most listened to artist on Spotify, closely followed by Sophie and the Giants. But yeah, they're such nice guys as well. First met them at Gorilla, and then I met Ollie and Andy at the Castlefield Bowl when they supported the Cooks. I actually went to Castlefield Bowl for the Cooks gig to see them. Obviously the Cooks are a great band, but my main reason for going was to see Seagulls. and then seeing them again at Why Not, again one of the highlights of the festival. But then I saw them at the Academy, and with someone who's very special to me, and yeah, they were just phenomenal. So brilliant. And each time I see them, the venues they're playing are getting bigger. And actually, the last gig I went to this year, I met a woman also called Debbie, and she'd just seen them in LA, and we were chatting about other for the band as well. Not only are they a phenomenal band, also again they're really lovely people. So yeah, that's my second top act of the year. The next one I want to mention is the Howl and the Hum. I've been lucky enough to see them twice this year. First time was in January, and then the next time was September, October time. They're only one of the few bands have actually made me cry. They've got this song called Sweet Fading Silver, which is about a Fiat 500, which sounds like a random thing, but it was at the Deaf Institute and the Mirror Ball was going, and I just looked around, and like the song itself, please do yourself a favour, listen to the Howl and the Hum, Sweet Fading Silver, or listen, if you look on my YouTube channel, Transcending featuring Dreaminisfree, Transcending with DLC, featuring Dreaminisfree. It's a bit convoluted, I know, but yeah, the video for it is on there, and honestly, it just made me cry. It was just absolutely one of the most phenomenal experiences that I've had at a gig, and it just, you know, music touches the soul. That's why I love it so much. It gives me so much, and actually, that performance was just so beautiful. I cried, and I think that's an amazing thing to be able to do that as artists. But their voice as well, they call themselves Miserable Disco, which is quite funny. But honestly, if that's Miserable Disco, I never want to cheer up, because I absolutely love their music. So they're the third live act that I want to make a special mention to. The next one goes to Pip Blom. Been lucky enough to see these guys 3 times again. I saw them at Band on the Wall, Why Not, and then at Gorilla for a headline set show. They headlined Band on the Wall when I first saw them as well. Just so much energy, and like it's a perfect fusion of kind of punk, funk / indie. I was lucky enough as well to get Ginny, the drummer's drumstick, and I was like, I had a bit of a swoon moment, because like honestly her energy is absolutely phenomenal, but they're just so much fun, and like every time I've met them, we've been pogoing like with loads of people around me and stuff, and just dancing, and like their energy is so positive and so infectious and wonderful, and yeah, I just absolutely adore their music. So that's that. Next act I want to give a special mention to in my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 acts of the year. Self-Esteem. Rebecca Louise Taylor. So she is an artist who was in a band and it wasn't going that great, and you know, she's been treated a bit like shit, and then she went and followed a solo career, and since then, like her career has gone like that. Absolutely adore that woman live. Her voice is just off the scale. Honestly, when she sings live, she is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I adore that woman's voice, and also she's incredibly nice as well. When I met her the first time, she hugged me and she says, "You smell nice," and I was like, I did swoon a bit. And then I met her my second last gig of the year. I saw her again at the Pink Room in Manchester, and I said to her like, "Oh, you still smell nice," and she goes, "Yeah, you still smell nice." So that was really nice of her to say that and remember me. But at that gig as well, like there was a few things that went wrong, and she was just so funny with it, like having a laugh, and we're talking in between the tracks and stuff. It was just phenomenal. Absolutely incredible artist. I recommend you go and see her. The next one I want to give a special mention to is Yanaka. That band are fucking off the scale, honestly. One of my favourite bands of all time, I think. And it's, they played Neighbourhood Festival, and I deliberately didn't go because I was going to go and see them at the Lead Mill in Sheffield. They were playing Manchester, but I was actually going to see another gig that night that they were playing, so I had to travel to Sheffield to see them. So glad I did. The next band I want to mention is actually supported them that night, but Teresa Jarvis's energy, like if you've ever seen Yanaka live, you'll know what I mean. Like their music and like it's just, it touches the soul and it helps so many people. I see so many positive messages to the band and people sharing like how their music has helped them get through difficult times. And you know, their songs do deal with some dark mental health issues, but I think they also deal with like following your dreams and like living your truth and stuff, like tunes like Rockstar. Just it touches the soul, all of their music, and that's why I love them so much. But their performance there is something to be experienced and behold. She involves the crowd so much. She's a fucking phenomenal front woman, and also they're really nice people off to boot as well. But yeah, Yanaka, one of the best live acts you will ever see. The next one I want to give a special mention to is Zuzu. Now I've been lucky enough to see her twice this year. The first time again was at Jimmy's in Manchester. Absolutely phenomenal lady and so nice as well. Like, you know, she took time out to give people hugs and say hi and stuff, and she was the same when she supported Yanaka as well. Her guitarist Curran, who does a solo project called Monkey Junkie, and like he is fucking phenomenal as well. But yeah, just her music is brilliant. Like every single song is a bloody earworm, and like she's just a phenomenal, an incredible player, but also such a nice woman. And like all her songs, like they touch my soul, and you probably get that. I'm really passionate about music, but like yeah, her tracks especially, they just, I don't know, she sounds very different to anyone else out there, and that's another reason why I love her so much. Like she's just a phenomenal artist. Go and see her live if you get the opportunity. The next band I want to give another special mention to is Dirty Laces. They're a Manchester kind of indie rock band. I think they've been going since 2017, and I was lucky enough to catch them at Neighbourhood Festival for the first time in October this year in Manchester. And again, you know when you see a band and you actually just go, and they blow your socks off. It was like that. Loud, but not loud and like unpleasant. Loud and just, whoa, fuck me. They were absolutely phenomenal. As players, they're incredible, honestly. And like, they're one of my, yeah, in a later list, I think they're going to be massive in the next couple of years. I went to see them in my last gig of the year on Sunday, the 22nd, at the Deaf Institute. And my friend I was with, Sam, she said these guys are going to be playing in stadiums soon. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely friggin' phenomenal band. And again, the ones who like talk to the audience and get involved, and like they were meeting people afterwards and, you know, posing for pictures and stuff. They're just such genuinely sweet, nice guys. But honestly, as a band, they're one of those bands you see and you're just... So yeah, Dirty Laces. The next band I want to give a special mention to, I've only seen these guys once, but honestly, they supported Seagulls at the Academy. The last time I saw Seagulls this year is a band called The Mysterines. Who's Your Girl is one of my songs of the year. I just think it's an absolutely phenomenal track. But I'd never heard them before, and I will always admit when I've never heard a support band before, I think that music, there is so much music out there, you can't listen to everything. But when they did their first riff, I was like, who the fuck is this? They are, honestly, live, they are something else. I'm really looking forward to going to see them at the Deaf Institute in February next year, end of February. But another one of those bands again that have absolutely blown my socks off live this year. Incredible, incredible, incredible band. Listen to their music, stream it, I recommend it. If you like hard, fast, good songs, then just go and listen to them. And then last but not least, Palace. I bought the ticket for Palace like in February, March time, and I didn't see them until I think it was September, October time at the Academy in Manchester. And if you're a fan of like indie music that touches the soul, great riffs, beautiful lyrics, and like honestly, when they were playing, I was at the front talking to these Welsh girls. We were chatting away, and I had goosebumps. And like, I'm the kind of person who, when I listen to music, gets goosebumps. But they just like, I was standing there and like Heaven Up There is like a song of this, and it just like I was crying, but I also had goosebumps. It's like honestly like so when I went there and like I was looking at the crowd and like listening to them singing along, and then the light show and the way that like he pulled his hoodie up to sing that song, and like their performance of that song specifically, it like, you know, when you watch Glastonbury or another big festival on television, and the coverage, like the picture quality is immensely brilliant, and also the sound is just perfect for that song. I felt like it was one of the best musical experiences I'd ever had. It almost felt like I was watching it on the television in the biggest, highest resolution screen with the most perfect sound. It was just honestly one of my musical highlights of the year, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, Palace, definitely recommend you see them if you get the opportunity. They're just a phenomenal band live. So that's it. That's my top 10 for the year. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to sharing the next playlist or my next top 10.